There's a little squirrel up there chucking these acorns at me. Look at this. Sometimes I think they do that intentionally. I'm not sure. It could just be accident, I suppose, but it sure doesn't seem to happen fairly often. Apparently these specialized rims need a special width of inner tube. It's perfect all the way around, but the patch where the valve connects to the inner tube is too wide and makes it stick out. So I need to get to the scrapyard, and we'll see if I can get to the scrapyard one time. I only have a half mile to get there. I don't mind walking back. That didn't work. I made it about 200 meters and it blew out. It was a slime tube, and I got slime all over the place now, so I was able to make it to the scrapyard and get my load off. I walked back. On the way home, I stopped at Walmart and got 2 new mountain bike inner tube tires for my mountain bike, my old mule. So we're gonna fire that dude back up, because I'm gonna have to ride down to a bike shop and get a special width inner tube for that fat rim. And walking home, I was able to get 2 garbage disposals, an ice machine, no, what is that? Hot water dispenser. It's got some copper bits in there. I'll just probably throw it in my shred pile. But those 2 garbage disposals aren't bad. Plastic water faucet, but with some real nice pieces of copper and bits of brass hanging off of it. Little e-waste, garbage disposal lids, or clamps, whatever you want to call them. Little aluminum, a couple cans. That's just walking home a half mile from the scrapyard. Picked that stuff up, so there's just scrap all over the place. There it is. Kind of looks like a big candy cane. When I got it, it had stickers on here, and I just covered it up with reflective tape. And let's see, I've upgraded the crank and that kind of stuff, and I got some street tires on it, so it's not too bad of a bike. Kind of goofy looking up here. I got these extensions on here so I can sit up straight and ride if I want to, and these are nice comfortable grips, but there's dual purpose, because if I ever do a header and get one of these under the rib cage, that could be bad. So that's a nice little safety feature. I noticed the top gear on my PureFix single gear is actually bigger and faster than the biggest fastest gear on this bike, which I didn't really realize until I just started riding this one. A handy dandy mirror that I never use, and it just flops around. Nah, I use it sometimes, I guess. My watch is dead. Enough about the bike. Let's get back to business. Got some aluminum bats. Got ourselves microwave action back there. Ah, another aluminum bat. I didn't think that was, but it is. That was a plastic bat, little kid's bat. Oh, hey, look at that right there. What's that? Walk action. And see, microwaves themselves I like scrapping. My battery's running low on my camera, so I'm gonna show you what I do in a situation like this. There's actually a couple nice little pieces of aluminum on here I'm gonna take too. Not bad. There it is. What do you think about that? Huh? Not bad. Those microwaves are always a welcome sight. For that specific reason right there. They are a storage tote in themselves. And I'm just gonna leave that pan there. It's worth a nickel. Just those couple cans right there are worth more than that thing. And it's just big and bulky. I think I will go ahead and grab those cans though. They're clean and look dry, and they're big. Not bad. That's about a ½ pound, so. $0.25 worth or so, anyway. If it takes you 25 seconds to make 25 cents, that's $36 an hour. No one can say otherwise. Off to the scrap yard. Threw a bucket on this one. After I empty it out, I'll show you how I rigged that up. Real quick and fairly slick. It's got some garbage disposal, some electric motors, piece of aluminum, a dirty brass. I'm not going to take that brass off of there. I'll get a decent price for it as it is. Here's to you. Oh, it's good stuff. Oh. See how I use these grips, these extensions. I can pretty much just ride straight up, about like that. That's a nice relaxed position right here with my palms firmly on them. They kind of offer a little bit of armor as well, banging into dumpsters and trees and stuff or what have you. It makes riding a bicycle so much more enjoyable when you can just sit up straight in a nice comfortable position. I think I just saw a snake sunning on that log. Could be mistaken. Might have been a rope. Nah, actually, looks like a big bird poop. What is that? Hey, there's a giant bird poop splattered. See? Bungee cords and zip ties. Piece of rebar down there. That big heavy load, it's close to 100 pounds. I just lift it right back up. Whew. Almost an expensive bird poo. If I didn't have bungee cords holding my camera bag down in there, holding that load secure, that would have splattered all over the bike trail. He said they just sold a bunch of wire too. He said for some reason they've just been buying tons and tons of wire lately. Here's their big tin trailers. We got old bus. I don't like doing that. My God. Got some old buses in here. Look at that. Full of tin metal. Dirty brass, 7 pounds, 50 cents for $3.50. Number 2 copper pipe, a pound, $2.05. Aluminum breakage, 24 pounds, 7 pounds, 7 cents a pound, $1.68. Electric motors, 37 pounds, 12 cents a pound for $4.44. 5 pounds of tin at 5 pounds is 25 cents. 6 pounds of clean aluminum, 30 cents a pound is $1.80. Number 2 copper insulated wire, a pound at 65 cents for 65 cents. A grand total of $14.37. And it occurred to me the other day that, you know, you might see that load I brought in, you know, on this video and think, you know, that's nothing, but that's just one little load. You know, I'm liable to go to the scrapyard 7 or 8 times in a day if I want to, you know. And there's the 14 for that load. And this morning I went to the scrapyard by my house and got that, and I took in that microwave and those baseball bats and some other stuff and got $10 this morning at that scrapyard. So I mean, I could just go run another route and just fill up my tote again and just come back down to the scrapyard. And if I were to work a full day, you know, I mean, I could literally make 10 of these videos every single day. But editing them and downloading them, uploading them and stuff, it just takes an extremely long time, you know. So just because you see me taking in a $14 load, don't think for 1 second that that's what I made today. That's just what I made on that one little load, you know. Like those hour-long real-time videos I put out, you know, I could run 9 or 10 of those routes a day or more if I really wanted to, you know. So take a look at the one of my hour-long real-time routes and multiply that times 10 or 12 if you want to see the possibilities of doing this, you know, the reality of it. You know, just because you see one short little video of me making a little money, you know, don't think that's what I do in one day. What's up, man? How's it going? You just put those there? No, this is mine. You want them? Are you taking them? I wonder what they are. That's kind of interesting stuff. What do you think? Some kind of display unit. I wonder if those are worth anything. Bluetooth, I don't know if they're functioning or not. Oh, it's the whole unit. I don't know. And see, that's the thing, you know. I could just take these right now, just right to the scrapyard. I'll probably just go ahead and do that. Now that I was on the subject of just watching one short little video I make and thinking that's what I do in one day. You know, I could just take these. Shoot, I don't know if those are worth any money though. I hate to scrap them. Shoot. I wonder if they work. Interesting stuff. shoot. I'd hate to take these to the scrapyard if they were in working condition. So I'm gonna take these speakers off of here. This whole case is tin metal and it's heavy. There it is. Now these are something I can probably just stick on eBay. I'm gonna have a hard time testing them. We'll see. But even if I can't test these, this is something I could probably just throw on eBay in the parts not working category and just say, you know, I think these might work. There's a chance these work, maybe they don't, you know, blah, blah, blah. Someone ought to snatch them up. They're real clean and nice. And it hasn't rained here for a long time, so. Got all the hardware and stuff. Bolts and washers. And I'm just gonna load this up, run back down to the scrapyard. I might be able to find a power adapter to fit that though. There it is. That compactor started up while I was sitting here. That's one reason why you don't ever want to get inside those. That's just an automatic compactor. So I was just down the street. See, a lot of times you see me not take 10, but that's a situational thing. You know, like I was less than a minute away from the scrapyard when I found this stuff, so it's not worth much. You know, it's 30 pounds. It's worth about $1.50. So you know, I mean, $60 seconds to find it, 60 seconds back. That's $1.50 in 2 minutes. Yeah, I mean, I cleaned those speakers off there. That took a little while, but there's no telling how much those are worth. So you can see, I mean, I could literally do that all day long. Just go out and pick stuff out, and bring it back, and just, the thing about it is, you know, it's not like you just go out and find something and come straight back here. It's closing time, so they just closed. So I had to get back quick. But like I could find that and hit other dumpsters, you know. And on the way back to the scrapyard, I could keep hitting more and more and more dumpsters, you know what I mean? There's no wasted movement at all, you know. You go out, you find stuff, you start heading back and you find more stuff and you find more stuff, and then you come back. You know, and then you go another way. You go out and find stuff, get kind of filled up and head back. Get filled up, you know, on the way back, just work your way back. Just keep working your way back, and it's no wasted movement whatsoever. That tin was worth $1.40. I was off by 10 cents. But, you know, I never really thought about it. I haven't made that video yet where I show myself going to the scrapyard, you know, 5 or 6, 7 times a day. You know, it just hasn't occurred to me to make that video yet, and I probably should have made that video now, because it never really occurred to me that a lot of people might just see me bringing in those single loads, you know, and thinking there's not potential to make money, you know. But like if they weren't closing, if it was just a few minutes before 5, I could have just, you know, put that tin back there and just hit, you know, tons more apartment complexes all throughout there and stuff, and just as soon as I get filled up, work myself back down to the scrapyard. I just never really occurred to me. I don't think I've mentioned that in a single one of my videos, that's what I do when the scrapyards are open during business hours. Is you go out and run her out, get filled up, work your way back to the scrapyard, sell it, go back out in a little slightly different direction, get filled up, work your way back. See, because I got all these little routes. And I haven't been doing that a whole lot lately because I've been spending so much time making these YouTube videos. And they're not really paying off the way I'd like them to, so. Not quite sure what I'm gonna do, but you can definitely make a living doing this the way I'm doing it. But you can't make a living doing this and make YouTube videos at the same time. It's just because it's just so time consuming. You know, I might be putting, at this point, maybe 6 hours minimum into each one of these videos of editing time, uploading time. And that might be short. It might be closer to 8 hours. And see, this is the way I would have come after I picked up that tin if the scrapyard wasn't closing. And you know, there's just a pound of aluminum there and some kind of wires down here. Look like maybe coax though, but yeah, and then I'll go over and hit that dumpster. That dumpster, there's a dumpster back there. There's an apartment complex around the corner, giant complex, about 7 or 8 dumpsters there. You know, and I'll hit all that in about 5 minutes. So I never really showed that aspect of what I do before, and I'll get a video like that out to you here in the near future. I should have made one like that by now. And you know, I jumped in here for this aluminum, and looked in this bag here, and this bag here is just full of metal. That's just full of steel. And so this would have been stuff that I would have picked up with that other tin, you know, and it's just all over the place. It's just see if I can get that, keep that in the bag. Might be able to just lift it all out of there. Yeah, I'm gonna be able to lift it out of there. And see, that's 10 pounds of short steel right there. So that's, you know, that's 60 cents, and that's 40 cents. That's $1 right there. You know, just 30 seconds down the road from where I found that last tin. And here's some wire and some more tin, and it's just, you'll be amazed if you go out and try it like this, how much stuff you can actually find. See if this is aluminum or not. Yes, it is. It's good. It's a nice piece of aluminum. All right, I'll work on getting that video out to you. I haven't made one like that yet. I think you might find that part of it interesting. And this deal here, I'm about 30 seconds away from that last dumpster I was at where I got that aluminum. And it's just sitting here. That's actually all plastic on that one. Oh, no, it is metal. The big parts are plastic. The hose is actually a stainless steel. See if we can get that off of there, get that plastic off of there. It's a nice little piece. This big fryer, you know, I'm just gonna take the cord off of it right now because the scrapyard is closed, but it's all tin metal, so if it's stainless, I'll take it. But yeah, it's just all tin. No, it's not. There's a nice piece of stainless right there. Get the oil out of it. That's stainless as well, so I'll take that. Yeah, I definitely need to make that video. I don't know why I haven't made it yet. See, like that piece of tin, I mean, that's worth maybe 10 cents, maybe 15 cents at the most. And this piece is worth maybe another 10 cents. So passing up that bulky tin like that, you know, it's just what I do, because this stainless here is 4 times more valuable than that tin. But if the yard was open, I'd strap that stuff on there and take it. Or, you know, if I was hurting for money, you know, I'd find a way to take it. I'm not gonna mess with it. Oh. You guys are probably wondering if I was gonna pick that up or not. Oh, yuck. This is just around the building from where I found that stainless. I checked that big industrial on, nothing in it, and then in this one there's a couple bike pumps and stuff, and I've got so many of those things, I just don't need it, and I really can't sell stuff like that, so it's just gonna sit there.